Make this DIY felt trick-or-treating bag super easy. So the supplies you're going to need are some 12 by 18 sheets of Kunin Eco-Fi felt, scissors, stencils, pins, a sewing machine, and thread. I also use some fabric paint. So you need 2 of the 12 by 18 sheets, and you're going to layer them front to back. And then for the bottom and the sides, you're going to fold a 12 by 18 sheet in half the long way and cut it in half. And then use another piece of that as a guide for cutting the base. So the base should be about, I don't know, like 6 by 12. Next, you're going to take about a 12 by 8 piece of felt, fold it up in quarters, and then cut a curve on the open side. And I decided to fold this up. You can open it, see how it looks, and then refold it if you need to cut it to make it a little more round. Once you have your oval cut out, you're going to pin it to the front of your bag, which is basically just a 12 by 18 sheet of the felt, and I use a zigzag stitch all the way around this to really hold it down and to kind of play with the whole Halloween thing. Next, you're going to add some straps. Now, I have this ribbon that I got off of some product packaging. I bought a blanket at Target that was wrapped in it, and I'm just going to sew that on with a zigzag stitch. And what I did is I turned under the end of the ribbon so I'd have a nice finished edge, and then I went over the zigzag stitch a couple times. So I did it forward, backward, forward again to really reinforce those straps, because if there's candy in this, it is going to be very, very heavy. You're going to repeat this on the front for your straps. Also, I wanted to note that this felt was provided to me by Kunin Group Felt. They are a sponsor for 30 days of Halloween. So I have 30 days of videos here on my YouTube channel of Halloween videos. All right, so the next thing is you're going to take the pieces that go on the sides and the bottom and stitch them together. So you're going to lay them together so you can see it makes kind of like a box almost. And then you will lay your front of your bag on top of the side that you sewed. So you're going to sew them together. Then when you get to the bottom of the bag, you're going to leave the needle in, lift up the presser foot, rotate, and you rotate 90 degrees, and then you'll sew across the bottom of the bag and the bottom flap, that red flap. So the purple to the red, you're going to match that up and sew it. Again, when you get to the end, pivot, and now you're going to sew up the other side of the bag. You're going to repeat this on the back so you can see how it's attached, and now you'll repeat the same thing on the back. So down the one side, like the right hand side, then you're going to stop, pivot 90 degrees, sew across the bottom. Again, you'll stop, lift up the presser foot, pivot, put the presser foot back down, and then sew up the other side. Now, this isn't super exact, so if things don't match up at the end, you may need to trim some of your felt, which you'll see later in the video that I had to do. So once you're done, trim all of your threads, and then go ahead and trim any felt that doesn't totally match up. This is a huge bag. It's 12 by 18 by about 6. On the front of the bag, I decided to make kind of a skeleton cameo. So I have this great stencil from Stencil 1, and I taped it down with some masking tape. And then I filled it in with Tulip Slick fabric paint. Now, I thought I was going to do it like a puffy paint thing, but it didn't work out so good. So I used a stencil brush to stencil that image on. And then I also used some Tulip Dimensional fabric paint. This is the Crystals fabric paint that has a glitter in it to make these little studs, like faux studs on the item. So I just left it to dry for maybe 6 hours, and then it was totally done and ready to go. You can use this for Halloween, or you can use it after Halloween for a tote bag. I hope that you enjoyed that video. Please hit the subscribe button if you did. You can also click here to visit my website and Instagram, and click to see my Halloween costume that I did up above. It's an easy 10-minute, $10 Charlie Brown costume. All right, thanks so much. Bye.